favorite carbohydrate sources for high performance energy. Now I'd like to start and say that I like all the carbs. I definitely don't discriminate when it comes to carbs. Let's put that out there. If there was an unlimited amount of carbs that I can eat, that would be the favorite macro to consume. Some people like the heavy meats, like the fats, the nuts, all that kind of stuff. I'm right with ice cream. I'm right with donuts. Give me unlimited amounts of bread, berries, potatoes, dates. Oh, just all of it. I could just sit there with like a bread and olive oil and just eat that all day. That would be that'd be the diet I'd eat if health didn't matter and I could get everything I needed from just olive oil and bread. No, favorite carbs would definitely, number one that's crept up on me in the most recent years are dates. You have to get really good dates. Like I'm talking like the organic ones from California. So good, so satisfying. High fiber, bunch of minerals. You eat dates with a little slice of grass-fed butter or walnuts, man, it hits so nice and it gets so satiating. When you eat dates, your body is just so satisfied with how it feels after those. So dates have been creeping up. I like putting those with my meal in the morning when I eat eggs, rice cakes or eggs on top of rice cakes with some peppers or oranges, and then I'll do the dates on the side. So like right after dates, I'm gonna definitely have to put my favorite fruits, which are gonna be berries, oranges, kiwis. Really high antioxidant, high vitamin C, just really getting a lot for what you're eating there, and they're just really enjoyable. For a while I used to be doing orange juice and I thought that was just more processed, not really the way to go. So switching to whole oranges, slicing up the whole oranges, or kiwis, slicing up the kiwi. Berries, frozen berries are always good. I like to get this frozen berry blend and toss all those frozen berries into my Greek yogurt, and it just tastes kind of like an ice cream dessert. So that frozen berry blend is like blackberry, blueberry, raspberry, and strawberry, and it's on top of your Greek yogurt. And at that point, it's just delicious. This is a whole different way to do it, and it's cheaper to get it like that too versus buying fresh berries. It adds up after a while. So those would be my favorites right there. I would put sweet potato next because I love my ground beef meal with my sweet potato and Brussels sprouts. That's just the way to go. Sweet potatoes, everyone talks about how they're a complex carb. They digest well, you use energy well. It helps with blood sugar stabilization. Sometimes I'll put like cinnamon on top of them, and I like to do it like that, just like cinnamon and pepper. Some people like to do honey on top of sweet potatoes, but I could just eat it by itself, just right from the skin, just sweet potato and skin together. It's just so enjoyable. So after you eat a big beef, Brussels sprout, and sweet potato meal, you're gonna feel like $1,000,000. So we covered dates, we covered berries, oranges, and kiwis. We covered sweet potato. Now, what would be my next carb after that? I'm gonna have to say, not a people are a big fan. They talk that it's processed and everything like that, but I'm gonna have to go with the Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread is less processed, high fiber. I like that too, and you can eat eggs off of there. It's just like super enjoyable. There's all kinds of different ones that are filled with many different seeds. So lots of options and ways to eat that, but I like the English muffin. So just a nice English muffin. Man, you can even toss honey on top of there if you didn't want to eat eggs off the English muffin. Another good one is just they sell the toast by itself, so you can do the same exact thing with the toast. But carbs, those would definitely have to be it. And then I think what I've been experimenting a lot with recently is intra-carbs. Intra-carbs have been nice through my workout. Sipping with electrolytes and intra-carbs through the workout, I think my body's absorbing those extremely well, using those for real energy. So just staying in touch with how your body feels after you eat these carbs. Do you feel sluggish? Do you feel energized? I think it's also a volume thing, like how many carbs you're eating at once. And really at that point, you just need to listen to how the body feels. Exactly what I said. Play around with the carbs that you're choosing. I'm not saying there's bad carbs. I'm not over here saying crush a bunch of sugar, like processed sugar type carbs, like crush a bunch of Skittles and Snickers and Kit Kats and stuff like that. Not saying that at all. But really, if you're sticking to the dates, the berries, the fresh fruits, and the potatoes, it's going to go a long way. Just those carbs there alone are going to really sustain energy well for you.